Ever wondered why one newborn sleeps through a doorbell while another jolts awake at a whisper? It's not luck, and it's not parenting. It's biology, calibrated months before birth. This episode decodes the hidden stress response system shaping infant temperament and why calm and anxious babies may both be exactly what evolution intended. She's still, watchful, unbothered by the chaos around her, while her twin brother wails at the same sound, the same light, the same gentle jostle. Same womb, same parents, same house. So why does one baby seem to arrive already calm and the other already on edge? For decades, parents have chalked this up to luck. An easy baby versus a difficult one, as if temperament were a coin flip. But neuroscience has been quietly building a very different picture. What looks like a personality trait in the crib is actually a fully formed biological system, already online, already running, a stress response architecture that some babies are born with tuned one way and others tuned another. This isn't about spoiling, bonding, or parenting style. The calm baby and the anxious baby may be getting the exact same care, the exact same environment, and still respond in opposite ways. Because the difference isn't in what's happening around them, it's in how their brain and body have already learned to answer the question every nervous system asks over and over from the moment of birth. Is this safe, or is this a threat? To understand why some babies are wired to answer safe and others threat, we have to go looking in a part of the body most people never think to check, because the blueprint for calm isn't written in the brain alone. It's written in a feedback loop between brain and body that starts before a baby ever takes a breath. The system at the center of all this is called the HPA axis, hypothalamus, pituitary, adrenal gland. Three structures in constant conversation deciding in real time how big a reaction any given moment deserves. Think of it as the body's volume knob for stress. In a calm baby, that knob has a high threshold. It takes a genuinely big disturbance to turn it up. In a reactive baby, the knob is set closer to the edge, so smaller things, a loud noise, a change of position, a stranger's face, are enough to trigger a full alarm. That threshold isn't decided at birth, it's built earlier, largely in the womb, shaped by the mother's own stress hormones. Cortisol, the primary stress hormone, crosses the placenta. In modest, ordinary amounts, this is normal and even useful. It's one of the signals that helps mature a developing baby's organs and brain for life outside the womb. But the developing HPA axis is also, in effect, listening to that hormonal signal for information about the world it's about to be born into. Sustained higher levels tell the system something different, that it's arriving into a demanding, high-alert environment, and the axis calibrates accordingly, setting its reactivity threshold lower before the baby has even taken a first breath. Genetics adds another layer on top of this prenatal calibration. Babies inherit differences in how efficiently their bodies clear cortisol and how densely their brains are wired with the receptors that shut a stress response back down once it's started. Two babies can face an identical startle, the same dropped spoon, the same doorbell, and one system dampens the reaction within seconds, while the other keeps ringing. So calm, it turns out, isn't a trait a baby happens to have. It's a setting, assembled months before birth out of hormones, timing, and inherited wiring, long before personality ever enters the picture. Zoom out far enough, and this variation stops looking like a flaw in the system. It starts looking like the system working exactly as designed. Evolutionary biologists have a name for it: differential susceptibility. The idea is that a population of infants who all reacted to stress in identical ways would actually be a liability, not an advantage. A species facing an unpredictable world benefits from having some individuals who stay calm under pressure, and others who are hyper-alert to danger, quick to notice a threat before it fully arrives. Neither strategy wins in every environment, but together, spread across a group, they cover more ground than either one alone. You can see a rougher version of this same pattern across the animal kingdom. In many species, from fish to birds to primates, researchers have long observed populations splitting into what's often described as bold and shy temperament types. Some individuals first to explore new territory, others first to freeze and watch. Both types persist generation after generation because both pay off, just in different circumstances. The bold ones find resources the cautious ones miss. The cautious ones survive dangers the bold ones walk straight into. Human infants appear to carry a version of the same evolutionary logic expressed through the HPA axis instead of overt behavior alone. The easy baby and the sensitive baby aren't a successful outcome and a flawed one. They're two different bets laid down before birth on what kind of world is waiting outside it. And across a species' history, both bets have paid off often enough to stay in the gene pool. Which means the anxious baby crying at every sound isn't broken, and the calm baby sleeping through the chaos isn't simply lucky. Both are running exactly the program their biology built for them, one tuned for vigilance, one tuned for ease, each a reasonable answer to the same ancient question about what the world might hold. For a parent, that reframe matters. A baby's temperament isn't a verdict on the environment they've been given, and it isn't a preview of who that baby will become. Reactivity in infancy is a starting setting, not a life sentence. The nervous system keeps developing for years, shaped by everything that happens after birth just as much as by everything that happened before it. The sensitive baby of today is not destined to be the anxious adult of tomorrow. The calm baby is not guaranteed an easy life. What both of them share, underneath the difference, is the same extraordinary fact. Before they could hold up their own head, their body had already built a working theory of the world and started living inside it. That's the quiet marvel hiding inside every crib. Long before language, before memory, before a single conscious thought, the wiring for how to meet the world is already switched on. If you're still wondering what's really driving that reaction, the video beside you goes deeper into the biology. And if you're wondering what it means for the years ahead, the one next to it picks up the story from here.